I guess I need to go back to having fun and just dominate. But I get what they're saying, and I think they're right, and I got to make a change.
Now, is the reason just because you're not having fun? I mean, was it your need, the off season, or I mean, what is it? Maybe not motivated enough in the regular season?
I mean, I've said earlier that, I want to get to the playoffs healthy. The last 2 years, I have not been healthy. I had 2 years ago, it was my face, and then last year, it was my knee, and I was sick. So this year, I kind of told myself that I want to get there healthy, and we got a new group. I'm still trying to get used to it. It's different. It's completely different, and the way I'm being guarded this year. Every time I touch the ball, heavy double, triple team. So, just trying to navigate through it and just be a basketball player. Make the right plays. If I get double team, my teammates know I'm gonna pass it. So it's about, balancing between, trying to make something happen for your team and, making the right plays.
Is that a sign of maturity by Joel Embiid? He started off his comments saying, well, maybe they're right. But by the time he finished, he said, they're right. I need to be more dominant.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be scoring. I mean, you just look at him. If he's down on that block and he's getting guys on his teammate easy shots and they're winning, if he's blocking shots, he's rebounding. For me, I just want to know why. If he can answer the question why. Because if it's health-wise, then I think the Philadelphia 76ers, in which I've been watching him, he just doesn't look comfortable walking, Channing. And I think for him and it could be hard, but I think for him, he has to lose some weight. He has to get his body and I wouldn't even say better shape, just more flexible.
Yeah.
And so he could go out there, even if it's in 30 minutes, to dominate the minutes he plays.
He used to be so frustrating for me to guard, only because I felt like I have no business guarding you. I have no business pushing you out this far. I have no business trying to box you out. He is vastly, I'm gonna say this, he is the best big man in NBA right now when he wants to. And I just feel like at times I could just get by. He doesn't want to take over every game. And I think sometimes that's the most frustrating part. You want to see him do so well because of how talented he is. So whether that is his weight, whether that's what he eats, whether that's his training, whatever it is, his mentality, everybody wants to see him do well because of how good we have expectations for him. I watch and I'm like, so what if you get double teamed? Pass it out, repost.
Hey there, I'm Stephanie Reddy. Here we've got Steve Smith and Channing Frye, NBA champions in the building. Lots of rings here on the desk.
She almost forgot my name. We got Steve.
Oh, come on. Is that even possible? Glad you guys are here with us for the warm-up. We've got how many games? 4. Doubleheader on TNT. We're excited you guys are with us. We're going to get right to an arrival. This is probably one of our favorite parts of the show. We get to see the players coming in. So we're going to get right to a player who's returning back to his former team. Who am I going to be talking about? Al Horford. Looks pretty good, right? He's questionable tonight.
He looks cold.
Well, he is in Boston after all.
Yeah.
It is December.
That's a nice jacket. That's an all-star jacket.
I like that jacket.
Very well done. And then look at this nice tweet from one of his former teammates, Daniel Tice. Welcome back, Al
That was his
Horford.
young fella. You can tell that was his young
That's
fella.
cute.
He got the coffee for him.
He's going to catch that elbow when he goes to that right hook, I'm going to tell you that. He's trying to soften him up, so you're going to have to get it.
I love that, though.
Listen, that's going to be a good game tonight. I'm very excited about this.
Now, does it matter if Al Horford plays or not in terms of your level of anticipation for this game and all the matchups?
I just want to see. First, I want to see how most guys, how they react when they return. Especially he left Boston, and I think Al wanted to stay, but he didn't get the offer, in my opinion. I'm not speaking for him, but I just want to see how he returns back to Boston.
Yeah, get a little aggressive. Al is pretty even keel most of the time. Al Borford is what people call him, I heard.
Oh.
But, I want to see him play with a little passion, some energy. And you know what? We've been hyping Boston up. I want to see how they played. Even though they lost last night, or the other day against the Pacers, I just want to see them against a top-notch talent and see how they do. I think they're they are small, but Kemba's been playing well this year.
And to your point, Channing, that's what I want to see. I look at that center spot. I love Tice. I love how hard he plays.
Yeah.
But I just think they're a little thin in the front court going up against, say, a Marc Gasol, Joel Embiid teams.
Yeah.
In Milwaukee with the Lopez's, they don't have a lot of size in the middle.
Well, speaking of size in the middle and Joel Embiid, his former kryptonite, and I say that affectionately, Al Horford, when they were opponents, Joel Embiid had this to say about Al Horford and his return.
He's been a good vet, and he's been around for a while. So, to have all kind of talks with him has been great.
What's been the biggest thing that you kind of take away from being around Al that maybe you didn't know about him before he was your teammate?
Nothing really. I've always felt like he was a quiet dude and, professional, and I still have that same feeling.
Have you thought much about what tonight might be like for him? What type of reception you could get?
I think he should get a great reception. I think he did an excellent job for Boston, for the whole city, but you never know what to expect with fans.
Is he the type of guy who lets on much that coming back would mean something to him, or is he pretty?
You can't tell. He's just quiet. We're smiling, and you can't really tell. But I hope he gets a great reception, and and I hope we get the win.
It's time to welcome in here to the warm-up Cedric Cornbread Maxwell, who is with the Boston Celtics. Glad you're here with us. And quick questions. We need a lot of updates from you. Starting off with Al Horford. What is the situation? Will he play?
Well, I keep hearing people saying he's going to play tonight, so I'm anticipating that. I think the biggest thing about Al coming back here, when he went back to Atlanta the first time, I think he was visibly shaken by the fans booing him. Here he leaves the situation very much like Kyrie. Now, I love Al, but he leaves for the money. He goes to a team that's a contender, a team that's competing against you. But I would hope that the fans would not boo him because I think he really put it on the line. I think he played hard, and he was a true professional.
And it seemed like they had a good relationship while he was there, Al Horford and the fans. Another update. Do you have anything further on Gordon Hayward and his situation? All right, I'm sorry, we apologize. We have some technical difficulties. It happens from time to time here in the television business.
And it's a little shouting.
My guy, Cornbread.
I know you were looking forward to
Cornbread.
chatting with him.
Looking forward to it. We might get him
I
back.
hogged all the time. We're going to try to get him back.
okay.
But I had to get all the news because we've
got
got
the news,
players
it's
who,
important.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
We talked about Al Horford and Gordon Hayward. You guys, he's probable, right? So we know that he had that incidental contact with the face.
You got poked in the eye.
Impact.
The eye is the groin of the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting hit in the eye is no joke.
His nose and everything.
Oh.
He said he had a headache. It was,
Concussion protocols.
Jan, I just feel, it just seems like you root for a guy when he goes
Yeah,
through something.
oh.
It seems
Yeah.
like beginning of the season, I said, wow, he looks like the Utah Jazz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I thought he was moving well, and then he has another injury, then he has this injury.
Yeah,
It
he just
seems
got the
like,
bug right now.
And Channing, my question, and also for me, is I still been wanting to figure out how the three small forwards, because they look like three small forwards to me.
Basically.
How are they going to all play and also get their numbers, get their touches, and be in rhythm when they all are pretty much, they're all different, but they're all the same size, and they need at least 15 to 20 shots.
You know what?
Along with Kemba,
Forgot about
a
him.
pass first point guard. He's a scoring point guard.
I think that's why that system has been successful. None of them are really number one guys, other than maybe Kemba. But you saw last night he had 44 and they lost. So they do everything by committee, and that makes them dangerous. But it also, it kind of takes away from a little bit. So everybody sacrifices. They put a lot in the middle, and then they win a lot of games. But Jaylen Brown's been playing crazy. Obviously, Jason Tatum's been playing well. But I see Gordon Hayward going in like his role in Utah, where he's your third, fourth best player, and he doesn't have your best defender on him. So, we'll get back to Cedric.
All right, perfect. Thank you for that segue.
You're welcome.
All right, so good news. We got Cedric Maxwell back, so let's get right to it. Cedric, I was asking you about Gordon Hayward, and what's the update on him?
Well, what I'm hearing is Gordon is coming back and he's going to play tonight. He got poked in the eye, and I remember the same thing. I got poked in the eye by a guy named Scott Wedman, and I swear I could see his wedding band. His finger was that far in my eye. So I mean, that was one of those crazy things. But I think Gordon is okay. I think he's going to play. The Celtics are going to put it on the line tonight because they have 5 days off. So I think it's a good test.
Ooh, great perspective. Last update that I'm going to ask you is Marcus Smart. He missed the last game with the left eye infection. What's his status?
Again, I think that he's going to play. I think he's that guy again that is that kryptonite over there. When you think about playing against Philadelphia, he's always in the mix. And I'll say this, and I'll say it again. Marcus Smart might be the best defender the Celtics have ever had. And I played with DJ. I love DJ. But I think Marcus is on that line with Dennis Johnson.
Cedric, a question. You have Jaylen Brown, you have Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward. We haven't seen those guys play extended season. How do you, if you're Brad Stevens, and how do you see it? You're there with them. How do they all fit into the pie, and especially when it comes playoff time?
Well, I think it's by committee. I think they're going to get touches. I think everybody's going to be pretty good at moving the basketball. Brad Stevens has a good system right now. And you guys talked about Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward is going to be a wild card to me because he can be a facilitator. He did an excellent job of rebounding the basketball. The thing you guys say, I believe it again, is that Celtics are so small. Grant Williams is playing the center for the Celtics at about 6'6". So the Celtics in the middle are going to be testy, but I think they're going to be tough enough maybe to win some games.
Thank you so much, Cedric. We appreciate you joining us. Have a good call tonight.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got something for you at home to participate. Our poll question. Hit us up on Twitter with your response. Sixers or Celtics, which team is more likely to make the Eastern Conference Finals? What do you guys think?
I'll let you go, Steve.
You know, I'm going to say the Sixers, and I think their team is made up better or equipped for the playoffs and a deeper run than the Boston Celtics. Now, the team can make a run, and I still look at, yes, I love Grant Williams. He played hard in Tennessee, but he's 6'6". I love Tice, but he's 6'7.5". Enes Kanter's a guy who can score but doesn't rebound. And I think now in the Eastern Conference, you got Marcus Gasol, Serge Ibaka. You look at Indiana. If you go against Indiana in the first and second round, that's Turner and Sabonis. Al Horford and Embiid. I think they're small at the center spot, but I just can't say, I'm going all in with Philly. Because there's something about Philly I'm still not happy with, Channing. But for this poll, I'm going to say the Sixers.
I'm also going to say the Sixers, but I'm going to break it down. Joel Embiid is the most talented guy on the court. He is the best player on the court. And no matter what happens, 99.9% of the time, the best player makes it the farthest. When I played with LeBron, we was whooping everybody first, second, third round, got to the finals. They had Kevin Durant, Steph, and Clay. That's too much. But until then, like in the Eastern Conference, Giannis went up against Kawhi. Giannis loses. That's just what's going to happen. But Philly, Joel Embiid, I'm taking that all day.
All right, perfect segue again. You're 2 for 2, Channing Frye. On a roll already.
He's reading the schedule.
Joel Embiid, is that what he's doing? Speaking of Joel Embiid, you may have heard of a couple of guys who work for TNT. You know, Charles,